My name is Claire Walsh and I completed my PhD recently in the PESS department in UL. I was a part-time student for a number of years when I was employed in the department as a applied studies coordinator on the physical education programs, and then more recently in the past year I was a full-time student. So my research focused on my own experiences. I had been a physical education teacher in school. I secured a position as a teacher educator in the PESS department. And then I was working as a professional development provider with physical education teachers during a time of intense curriculum reform in Ireland. And then I also decided to begin doctoral education in the PESS department. So as I bridged a number of different roles in the space of physical education, I looked at this concept of a boundary spanner and my experiences across those different roles during a time of curriculum reform. I suppose for me, key lesson learned, many lessons, but I was just reflecting on this, and what I keep coming back to is to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, because the whole process was really messy. And I suppose the methodology that I chose, there was no clear steps exactly how to engage in this research. So at times I was extremely frustrated, kind of have particularly down moments, wondering where I was going and what was next, when was I going to see the finish line, and that was all really unsettling. It was actually very unsettling throughout the whole process. But I suppose the messiness is a term which I used a lot, and I heard my other PhD colleagues use, and to embrace that messiness. So being comfortable when I didn't know what direction I was going, that eventually would all work out in the end. I suppose at the end now I can see that, oh yeah, that was, it did all work out in the end. But there is moments when I did feel extremely unsettled, uncomfortable, but to try and realise that is actually part of the process and be comfortable with that. So memorable experience is the conferences. So similar to probably what Rhoda alluded to, the conference last year in Chile was really great. Meeting new people, going with a group from PESS was always really important. And a lot of the conferences I attended with a group from PESS, and it was interesting when you went to the different conferences, people noticed that. They were like, oh, the Irish crew from UL. So that was always a really nice experience. But I went to multiple conferences throughout my PhD journey, and my supervisors always encouraged me to do so. And I think that gave me confidence in terms of engaging with other people, speaking about my research out loud, presenting my research, developing the ability to answer questions. But again, the social aspect and developing probably those bonds between the PhD colleagues, and also probably getting to know supervisors and that a little bit more outside the kind of the university structure. So the conferences for me were definitely really memorable experience. For me, it was really important to find your crew or your support network. The people that I think about, that my supervisor, Professor Anne MacPhail, always said that the PhD is a journey, and I really look back and reflect, and yes, whilst I learned a lot and it was really worthwhile experience, I keep on coming back to the people that helped me along the way to get there, and be that my colleagues in the PESS department, be that the physical education teacher colleagues that I worked with, my PhD colleagues along the way. So it really was important to have those people kind of around me and that network, and especially I suppose the people that were going through the same thing. So Rhoda was a key person for me, that last leg of the journey of being able to, even though our research was different, to understand the process that you were going through. So whilst I think at times maybe with PhD you want to keep your head down, you want to get done, so you might not want to go for the coffee, or you might not want to go to the PhD seminar that's organised by the doctoral college. I think that is really important, because to find those people who are going through the same process as you, and whilst you might think, oh, I'd probably be spending better time writing or reading, it is worth it. That social aspect is worth it, because that will help you, and especially when you've got those down moments during the process, it is important.